You good-for-nothing robbing witch! How dare you steal Jack from me? Excuse me? This is the first time something like this has ever happened to me. It's so humiliating. I can't believe I lost someone I love so much to a conniving witch like you. I'm never going to forgive you for what you did. Not in this life or the next. Who's this? Oh, are you that Kathy? The one Jack grew up with? What? I'm not just a childhood friend. I'm his fiancée. Don't ever get that wrong again. I'm afraid I don't understand. You got that? We are more than just friends. We were promised to each other when we were little. Our parents approved of this match. But then you came along and stole him from me. You're a thief, a dirty criminal. You need to be locked away somewhere. Don't think I'll just let you marry Jack without a fight. Kathy, please calm down. I didn't steal Jack from you or from anyone. Stop calling me names and accusing me of doing something that I didn't do. Ugh, you're just going to play dumb then. I just said that you stole Jack from me. How dare you act like you did nothing wrong? You have no idea how shocked I was when I had to hear from a mutual friend that you and Jack plan on getting married. If Jack was going to properly marry someone, he could have at least told me directly. I should have gotten a wedding invitation at the very least. Oh, you didn't get an invitation? That's odd. There you go again, acting like you know nothing. You're probably the one behind all this. You probably told him not to invite me. I know what you're trying to do. If I didn't get an invitation, this means you're doing all this behind my back. Because you feel guilty about stealing him from me. I don't have anything that I need to feel guilty about. Actually, I don't feel anything at all about you. I don't know you well enough to have an opinion. And about that invitation, if we were to send one to you, you would be invited as a guest of the groom, right? Jack is in charge of his own wedding guests. I have no control over who he invites or doesn't invite. So if you didn't get an invitation, it has nothing to do with me. You need to ask Jack about it yourself. Well, aren't you Miss High and Mighty? You're probably the one that demanded Jack to not invite me. I see right through you, so don't try to pull a fast one on me. Could you stop saying that? I would never do anything like that. It's Jack's decision. Like I said, you're his friend, not mine. Oh, shut it, you witch! You pushed me out of the picture, so now you're getting full of yourself. Wow, I'm getting an idea of why he didn't invite you. It doesn't matter how you got Jack to agree to marry you. He should marry me. I'm the one who has known him the longest. He belongs to me. Don't think that I'm gonna just let you marry him without a fight. I'm not going to go easy on you. Hey, baby, can I talk to you for a minute? Your old friend Kathy messaged me earlier. She was rambling about how I stole you from her and how she won't forgive me. What? Kathy messaged you directly? Yeah, just a few minutes ago. She was complaining about how she didn't get an invitation. She kept claiming that the reason for that was that we were going behind her back. What exactly is the status of your relationship with her recently? I mean, there's nothing going on between us, if that's what you're asking. Are you sure? You don't have any idea why she's acting like this? She's gone off the deep end, it seems. Did you guys go out in the past? No, we never did. I never even went on a date with her before. Believe me, honey, there's nothing between us. Then why is she so angry, and why did she say all that to me? She even said that your parents and her parents had agreed to an engagement between the two of you. What? That was when we were in kindergarten or something. Oh God, I don't even know how many years it has been since then. Our parents got along, and her and I did play with each other a lot. You know how small kids are. We would say things like, "We're going to play together forever," stuff like that. But that's not serious. We, or at least I, didn't even know what that meant. So you're telling me that Kathy is holding you to a promise that you made in kindergarten? She thinks that still applies now that the both of you are adults. I'm sorry to say this, but that's really not normal. I don't want to keep bringing this up, but I want to clear the air. Are you sure she was never your girlfriend? Not even for a brief moment in time when you guys were older?
Never. Not even for 1 minute were we more than just friends. I swear to God and to all my ancestors, we never went out. The only person I want to marry is you, babe. To be honest, Kathy doesn't have that many friends, so I guess she just clung on to me.
Clung on to you? What do you mean? If she is clinging on to you, then that would mean that something did happen. Otherwise, what is there to cling on to?
Nothing at all. That Kathy... Well, I don't really know all the details, but there used to be rumors about her. People used to say she likes to steal other people's boyfriends. I guess that's what she is trying to do here now, too, maybe.
Is that right?
That's what everyone used to say when we were in school. She got into a lot of trouble with a lot of people for things like that back then. Because of what she did, she would sometimes not go to school for days. I knew where she lived, so I would tell her what was for homework and give worksheets to her. I guess it was around then that she started to develop a crush on me.
Even now, she doesn't have friends?
I don't know. I guess she probably doesn't. She went to a college out of state. It seemed like she had made friends, looking at social media. But then there were still rumors even back home that she was going out with married men. So she lost all the friends she made and was ostracized in her company too. I guess with no one else to turn to, she clung on to me again.
That would mean that I'm not the one that's taking you from her.
Our parents were friends and we happened to be friends too. So it's hard for me to cut her off, you know. Maybe that's why she is so against me getting married.
To sum it up, in Kathy's life, she only has you and her parents. And that is why she is trying to hold you to a promise that was made when you guys were only just kids?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I have told her many times before that I have no intentions of marrying her for real. But she would say things like, "Don't worry, in the end you'll come back to me," or whatever. I couldn't get through to her at all.
That's the root of the problem. You should have made it explicitly clear to her, and you should have told me about this before. I would have been more prepared to handle myself when she made all those accusations.
I'm sorry. I didn't think she would go after you the way she did. I didn't know she would message you directly. But you're right. I should have told you a lot earlier. I'm sorry you had to go through that and that I was the one that caused it.
Well, since you are apologizing, I will let it go this one time. From now on, don't hide anything from me. It doesn't matter how small the problem is. You don't have to face it alone anymore. Tell me everything, and I will do the same, okay? We're going to be married soon, so from now on, we need to think like a team.
Thank you so much, Samantha. I plan to sit Kathy down and talk to her about this.
I don't think that's a good idea. If you were to talk to her now, you would just be playing into her hand. I think she might try to do something to you. So I think we should do nothing about it for now and act like normal.
Are you sure that's going to be okay?
But on the day of the wedding, we should tell everyone to be on high alert for her. We won't let her in. It would be better if we only tell the people that need to know about this. We will let those people handle the situation so that we can focus on our wedding.
That sounds like a good idea. Leave it to me to tell the people at the venue about this. Again, I want to apologize for letting this happen before our wedding.
I've already forgiven you, so you can stop apologizing. Just focus on having a good wedding, okay? Let's just try to have fun at the wedding, and then we can spend the rest of our lives together. If we can be happy, then it wouldn't matter what Kathy tries to do. Hi! It's been a long time. How are you?
It's still so early in the morning. What could you possibly want?
It's your wedding today! You should be awake already. Don't act like I'm the one that woke you up.
If you knew that today was the wedding, then why would you bother me at such a busy time?
I don't care what you have to say now. I'm marrying Jack no matter what. We're going through with the ceremony. But let me say this. Jack and I did not invite you. You are not welcome. You can beg all you want, but you can't come to our wedding. Who's going to beg to go to your crummy wedding? Anyway, How courageous of you to think that you can have a wedding without any problems. I think you have no choice but to postpone your wedding today, or even cancel it altogether.
What do you mean by that?
I told you already, didn't I? I warned you that you shouldn't expect everything to go perfectly today. You see, I sold your dress and your tiara that you were going to wear today.
What?
You have nothing to wear today, so there's no way the ceremony is happening. You have to postpone it. Sucks to be you. I'm going to be taking Jack back now. So hand him over.
Wait a minute. What do you mean you sold my wedding dress?
I mean exactly what I said. There's no other meaning to it. I sold all your things to ruin your wedding day. Plain and simple. Like you. I sold it at a pretty cheap price, too. It sold pretty quickly, too. It must have been expensive.
I am not sure what to say.
Boo-hoo! Just sucks for you, doesn't it? With no dress and no tiara, you might as well call the wedding off. This is what you get for stealing Jack from me. I hope you've learned a valuable lesson about double-crossing me.
Kathy, that wasn't my dress. That belonged to someone else.
Huh?
How awful of you to sell things that aren't yours. You need to buy everything back this instant.
Wait a moment. Of course what I sold was yours. I'm friends with Jack's parents. I've known them for a very long time, since I was little. They watched me grow up. That's why I know everything. They told me all about it. You let them keep your dress and your tiara. They had it with them.
How could you do such a thing?
It was in their house. I was just able to waltz in and get it. It was easy. I've been there so many times, no one even looked twice. They had it in their living room, so I took it and sold it.
What have you done? It's true that Jack's parents did take a dress. But that was the dress that I didn't want. They were going to return it for me.
What? Return it?
You see, I found out that I am pregnant. And the first dress I got didn't fit me anymore. I needed a looser dress. My mom knows how to do things like that, so she fixed another dress that I got for me. It's hard to tell what size I will be until the wedding, so they took that dress from me.
Wait a second. Then that dress that was at Jack's house? That white dress with the dazzling tiara? No, it's a wedding dress. It was clearly the one that you were supposed to wear.
No, that was his mother's dress. I gave it to her.
Jack's mother?
It's their 30th wedding anniversary this year. They were planning to take wedding pictures. They were going to renew their vows and have a big party. Since we already had a venue, they were going to use it as their background for some pictures for their invitations.
What?
The people at the venue were more than happy to let us do that. Jack's mother is also over the moon about it. She was looking forward to it so much. But now that you sold it, she's going to be so sad.
There was no way I could have known about that. It's your fault for leading me to believe that the dress was yours.
What? Doesn't matter how you slice it. This is all your fault. What are you going to do to make up for what you did?
What am I going to do? There's nothing that can be done. I already sold it. I'm the one that wants to know what I can do.
Fine then. I'll tell you what you can do, and you better do it. Here's what you should do. You need to buy back the dress and tiara that you sold. Then you need to go and apologize to Jack's parents.
Buy back? I can't do that.
Well, that's all for me. Anyway, you better hurry and get everything back. There's only a few hours until the wedding. We will need that dress and tiara soon after our ceremony. So, go get it now.
You! I can't believe you filed charges against me with the police! My parents told me that the police are looking for me now.
Oh, it seems like the police do move quickly.
Stop messing around! I did what you told me to do! I'm trying my best to look for the dress and get it back. I sold it on the internet, so I ran to the post office to try and get it back. So how could you file those charges? That's so mean!
Oh, you really were trying to get it back. I didn't think you would do that. I thought that you would just run away to escape your problems.
There was no way that I could get out of this one just by running away, so I'm trying my hardest to fix it. Whatever! Just go back to the police and tell them that you withdraw the charges. I'm going to get the dress back soon, so just pretend that this never even happened.
I can't stop the police anymore.
What?
So just give it up.
What do you mean, give it up? All you need to do is tell them that you changed your mind and that you want to withdraw the charges. You're the one that made them in the first place, so you can reverse it.
It wasn't me that filed those charges, though. It was Jack's mother who called the police.
What? Brenda did that?
She was looking forward to this day more than we thought she was. She became emotionally attached to that wedding dress, it seems. You completely crushed her, so she said that she can't forgive you for that.
Brenda was always kind to me. I've never seen her angry before.
I have a message from her, actually. She said your families have always gotten along and she considered Kathy family. She said it's because of that specifically that it makes it all very hard to forgive.
Oh no. What have I done?
She's going to press charges no matter what. Whether it be for stealing or breaking and entering, she wants you charged and punished. She wants you to see how foolish you've been and for you to repent.
I do! I'm sorry! I feel really bad for what I did. So please, I'm begging all of you. Please withdraw the charges. I didn't think it would turn out like this.
Save your excuses and your words of apology for the police. We don't want to hear them now. While you go do that, Jack, his family, and I have a wedding to commence. The wedding ceremony ended without any problems. The photo session after the wedding turned out well, too. The venue allowed us to stay over our time limit with no extra charge. In the end, the dress and tiara were returned to Jack's mother without any further problems. But that did nothing to extinguish the feelings of anger, so she kept the charges against Kathy. This was the final straw for Kathy's parents, too. They didn't try to help her. I guess right about now, Kathy is at the police station facing the charges.